Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we're on another performance rib. We are on this awesome Ribquest Adventure rib. I've never been on one of these before. I have to tell you, it's pretty impressive. It's got twin Mercury engines on the back. It goes like the clappers. It's got a loo on board, lots of deck space, and it's commercially coded. So let's take it for a spin and we'll give you a full tour. Let's go. You've seen our introduction, and whilst we're out here bobbing around, I'm going to do a walk around video of this Ribquest. So the first thing you notice is so much deck space. It's a big rib, let's face it, this is a really big rib, but there's lots of easy access to walk around. We've got grab rails everywhere you go, so you've got this framework around the centre console. So I'll just show you a few things like that first, but I can easily navigate my way around here. You can see Vane from there at the helm, just flying the drone above us for a minute. We've got the twin helm seats, we've got then a second row of seats and a third row of seats. So it just gives you some sort of idea of scale of just how much room we've got. The backrest on this seat does tilt forward, so if you want to sit there more socially then you can. There is actually a table which drops into that pedestal there to give you a dining ability there as well. The back seat here I really like because you've got these padded sections on your outside, so if you are sat here you've got a drink holder down there, you've got even like little wireless chargers. If you look down there you've got little wireless chargers, but it feels really quite secure there. As a passenger on a rib, sometimes you can feel a bit vulnerable, but what I quite like here is I can see forward. So if I'm sat either starboard or port side, I can still see forward, so I can see where we're going, I can see what we're doing. Upholstery is all finished in this diamond stitched fabric vinyl, which looks really nice. The boat is really heavily made, you can just tell, so every time you open a locker everything just feels really substantial. You can see the table in there, that locker lid in its own right is heavy, you know, it just feels a solid bit of kit. Even the catches feel really well made. Under this back seat here is again, the catches are actually open on the side. Just trying to do all these things one-handed, so I would say that. You can lift up this back seat, making a bit of a meal of this. Whole seat lifts up, so the backrest included, and underneath there you can see the Mercury hydraulic pump in there. You've got good access to the bilges, a manual bilge pump, decent sized fire extinguisher in there as well. But that's a huge storage space. If you have got paddle boards, set skis, I reckon you could probably fit in there as well, wakeboard. And again, as I said with that other locker, it's got a real substantial feel to it. You've probably spotted you've got a couple of speakers tucked down here. So the boat's got a Fusion audio system. You've got another wireless charger there on the port side, and then you've got this awesome Mercury V8 engines there on the back, just ticking away there, over and tick over. They've got outboard covers on. We're going to go for a run in a minute, so we're going to show you some more running shots of this boat. Nathan is up here at the helm, and let's have a quick look over the helm now. You've got everything you need, so you've got the twin Simrad screens, you've got obviously of course the twin throttles for those twin engines, you've got your breaker panel here, switch panel, so you've got stereo override, electronics obviously for the screens, phone mount, that's actually my phone in the mount there, so it's a really sort of professionally laid out helm. It feels pretty serious. Those screens are a good size. Battery isolators are just tucked down underneath there by Nathan's legs, and of course then the kill cord and VHF on the port side as well. So if I just bring you back round this way, it gives you again a sense of scale. If you can see Nathan, I mean Nathan's, you know, probably good size indicator. Fuel port side there of the helm seat, another speaker tucked down there, and then you've got more speakers up forward, so low down on this sunbathing area you've got more speakers up there. This whole foredeck sun pad does lift up on rams, so you can see this is a really good size storage space. It's got a seal on here, so it's a waterproof area. You've got some life jackets, we've got some fins in there, some storage boxes, but it gives you a realistic idea of what you can store up here. Got electric anchor winch, which is tucked up underneath this cushion here, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, underneath that hatch. So you've got a hatch, really major. I'd suggest going looking at the spec. I won't try and do that single-handed. You can see that Samsung post up on the bow there. Even that itself looks really sort of substantial. Tubes themselves have got this carbon fibre effect look to them, which look really smart. and a couple of patches going, like wear patches going over the top there, so where you're going to likely step on board. A fairly serious arch as well at the back. There's lots to see. I keep walking around seeing more stuff, but you've got a serious arch there at the back, and there is a ski eye on the top there, so I don't think there's any question that's going to be substantial enough to ski from. Yeah, I'm impressed. Really nice. Never been on one of these before, but it definitely feels solid. And this boat is commercial. It is commercially coded, so if you did want to run a charter operation, or you wanted to have this as a commercial operation boat, I think it definitely would cut the mustard. It would suit it's got a couple of different options here. You could run it privately as a leisure boat, or if you wanted to, run it as a charter boat or a coded boat. So I think for somebody, this is a really, really good opportunity. The boat itself is only done 156 hours on the starboard and 157 hours on the port engine, so very, very little use from you. This is just a remote control here for the screens, so sometimes if you're trying to use these screens when they're wet or you've got gloves on, it can be a bit fiddly. So what's quite nice is, again, it goes back to how this boat's been set up professionally, is you've got this remote control unit here for the screens, which is, you can obviously operate by pushing things, so it makes it easier to use the screens. So Nathan's got some drone pictures whilst I've been doing some talking. I think it's probably about time we go for a bit of a run and we'll show you just how this boat performs. I can tell you, having had a go already, it's pretty smart, so let's go and do that. We've now come back into the marina, and hopefully you've seen some of that drone footage. And what we're going to do now is going to talk about what this boat feels like to drive, so we'll cut back to a bit of that drone. Now, what I would say is that a twin engine outboard boat has such a great feel. When it's on a performance hull, it has the best feeling. It just gives you that purchase in the water. And you can see here in these running shots, it just feels connected with the water. You've got great steering, great maneuverability, awesome acceleration. I mean, this thing accelerates from 15 to 40 knots almost instantly with those twin V8 300s. It's quiet, it's smooth. And I have to say, the hull on this boat, it's a flat day out there today. We did go over a couple of wakes, but it feels very flat. And you can see that in these pictures, just how this boat runs. Now, in these drone photos, we're only doing sort of 20 knots because it's difficult to get the drone to follow, to be honest, much more than that. But I can tell you, I can assure you, having given it a little bit of a blast, this thing is very fast indeed. Now, we're back on the berth. I have said that Rode mic has just run out of battery, sadly, so we're back onto the GoPro's mic, so hopefully you can hear me okay. It's not very windy. The boat has lived all its life on a Versa-dock, on a dock here at Torquay Marina. So as you can tell here, I'm above the water here, I'm not in it. So we're back on the dock. So she's not anti-fouled, which could be a bonus for somebody looking to run this as a performance boat if you want to keep it on a dock, but equally if you wanted to have it anti-fouled, then we could look into that for you. One thing I didn't talk about at sea was just the system on board this boat. So if I just click on here, we've got the Naviop. Now this system here is very clever because it allows me to control all sorts of functions on the boat. So I can control the fridge, I can control the cup hold lights, I can control the lighting generally, the anchor winch, and that's all built into the Simrad. Now it's very bright here this morning, so I don't know how much you're going to see through that for the GoPro, but that does add something to the boat, definitely. On the starboard side here, I didn't mention that at sea, but we're back in port now, so we've got the loo in there, an electric flush toilet, and I have to say, there's good head height in there. You could stand up in that, which is unusual for a boat this size. So a loo in there, very simple to operate, but it's nice to have a toilet on this size of boat. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump off onto the Versa-dock without falling into the sea, and we'll show you here where we are. So just look at the V on that. It's a black hull, really deep entry V. You can see the anchor there, which I mentioned earlier on, but tubes all look in superb condition. The boat's normally covered with an all-over cover, which obviously we've taken off for the video. So yeah, I think for somebody that wants a heavy-duty, fast rib, this is a great opportunity for somebody. Like I say, it's only 150 hours, 156 hours, I think I said, didn't I, from new. You see it there sitting on the dock. It's a big bit of kit, it really is. So I think it's probably about time we wrap this one up. Don't forget, as always, if you've liked the video, please do hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. I love seeing those subscribers climb. Leave us a comment, drop us a thumbs up, you know what to do. And better than that, if you want to buy this rib, get in contact with us. It will be on our website, the link will be in the description below, and you'll have seen our contact details during the video on the screen as well. So make contact with us, we can help you, we can get you a berth in Torquay, we can ship this boat to China, we can ship it to America, we can do whatever you want us to. So please do look us up, give us a call. Thank you for watching. As I said, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again very soon, no doubt. Over for now.